So the jail arc in Sakamoto Days has concluded, and before I get into the plot twist these last two chapters have had, the backstory with Shin and Sakamoto that uncovered the mystery of Shin's father was great. The fights on the ship were once again creative, especially the one with Brianna. I thought that was dope. I can't wait to see something like that animated with the actual music notes played. And the different emotions between Shin and his father, progression of revealing that obviously Shin's father kind of cared for him towards the end of the backstory, and Shin's motivation of trying to get to his dad, even though there is probably a sense of dishonesty in the fact that he kind of wants his dad to be there, but he knows he's not going to. It really added to Shin and Sakamoto's dynamic, and you just look at them a little bit differently because it just added more to their relationship and how far they really came together as a student and a teacher. The Sakamoto Days inmates prison escape was a success, and it's kind of nice seeing Boyle make it out, especially with his episode in the anime being a few weeks ago. Also, it looks like Atari is not completely out of luck and fortune. As long as she has a lucky item, her luck can reactivate, and the lucky item changes daily. I wonder if the lucky item has to be some type of thing where she has to view it as valuable in order for her to use it, or is it literally just random and it's something that she has to find and then the luck activates. However, once they escape, the new order stops them and they're at a dead end. They have a new member who I haven't mentioned at all before, named Tanabata. He uses a guitar to make sonic shock waves that cause an explosive effect on the targets. I always find that interesting. People with sound abilities in anime are either extremely loud to where it's annoying, or so docile that you kind of forget that they're even there because they show no emotion. It's never really an in-between. He captures Atari, and now she has to be saved yet again. I always find it kind of funny that they don't even hide the fact that Atari is just there for the plot device. Heisuke and Shin are stopped by Shishiba and Osaragi, and you can tell they're not really fucking with what's going on right now, but they don't really have any other option to go against it. Boyle points out the obvious, how this feels really weird. Of course, trying to halt a prison break is necessary, but the aura around this felt really different. And Heisuke makes a point that going after Slur should be their top priority, especially after the damage he caused post-exhibit arc. Speaking of Slur, he did something that honestly didn't surprise me. I guess it surprised some people when they read it, and that being that he killed his older brother Asaki. Asaki was the one who set up that deal to kill Kendaka. He held Gaku hostage and threatened to kill him. He arranged for Orion to get killed, and now that Slur has Takamura's spirit in him, this was a straight execution. But the most important factor in all of this is that he killed Sei in front of Japan on all of the local broadcasts, and the JAA chairman was assassinated on live TV. The citizens of Japan are now brought into the assassin world. While at the same time this is happening, Oki tells Sakamoto and the gang that we are working with X. The order joining X just kind of feels odd because it's fitting for this character Oki that we really don't know too much about, because he seems like a guy that I guess is going to be like the necessary evil for the good side, especially doing things like this, joining the guy who has literally killed a bunch of people and is the #1 target and threat in Japan. So it could be like a diversion and like they're actually setting him up for something, because I just don't see the end game of actually siding with X. And this could lead to some other different things that we couldn't expect, like actually Slur and Sakamoto having a sit down conversation at some point, because I'm sure they're going to do stuff to keep the violence away from the actual parties that are taking control of things. Not to mention Osaragi and Shishiba's thoughts on stuff like this. They don't normally speak out too much in terms of being vocal about the things that they're being told to do, especially to this degree. They kind of just leave it up to who's in charge. But when they're in the middle of action and fighting, you might see their emotions slip out and you'll see how they are in their true nature. Slur explains the link the JAA and the government have in a flashback, and his goal is to control the government. To that, he has to make a power play on the JAA, and doing this is definitely an option. By the way, man, I really miss Gaku and the others, man. Even the flame breather, shark-headed, sick bastard had a soft spot for me, especially Gaku. It feels like ever since Sakamoto Days kind of finished with the exhibit arc, you kind of been missing Slur's friends, and like the whole feeling of the series kind of felt like an end of an era just for those characters. Civilians are actually horrified and reacting blatantly to an assassination. The times of civilians just acting like a whole death match wasn't happening near them seems to be gone for now. Slur tells how the assassins operate to keep the underworld in order, yet on the surface, is it really worth protecting these people? He still has ambitions of making a world where kind-hearted people can live kind-hearted lives. Then he proceeds to say one of his colder lines for his character: goodness is an illusion maintained by society's most privileged. Violence is at the core of every human. They say on average, people have a serious desire to kill another person 3 times over the course of their lives. So Shin changes the world of Japan by adding a new law. He'll provide everyone with a gun and 3 bullets. Use them however you wish. There will be no criminal penalties. To make things feel even more real for Japan, the prime minister is held hostage and under control of Shin and permits everything Shin has said on screen. This is actually insane when you think about it, because the world that really didn't even know they had assassins or anything like this, now they're being told, not only do we have assassins, not only do we have an underworld, but we have a whole government branch that controls the assassins, and we order to kill people and all this extra stuff going on behind everyone's backs. So even though I don't know how they missed some of these fights that were going on, but it's just insane to think about. Then immediately bringing them into the world more by giving them a gun. This is really going to just kind of tackle the nature and the mind of a human and the violence of it. Because let's be honest, all of us has had a moment in life where we just want to, hurt people a little bit. So this will definitely play a role in it. And I'm really interested to see if in the coming chapters, we're going to see civilians get this gun and actually think about things that's happened to them or certain people, and they want to enact some type of revenge or violence on them. And the fact that they get 3 bullets, meaning realistically, you could kill 3 people with these 3 bullets with no charge towards you. I mean, a lot of things can happen. Now, what I am interested in is, like, what if they use all 3 bullets? Are they then going to be charged with something? Or is he literally just going to say, do whatever you want with this gun? They even play into the social media aspect. He literally holds like a live stream Q&A and wants people to ask questions if they got any. One person asks how you distribute the guns. A dude named Party Fatso says you have no right to involve innocent citizens in your terrorist activities. And then even one guy that says, I don't understand the rules, which Slur dropped a nice little quote that could be used in some really good scenarios. The intellectually inferior have no need to understand. Not gonna lie, I could apply that to a lot of situations and people. I'm gonna need that. And he vows to make Japan an elective society. You will decide whether you live or die. Even if you've lived a life divorced from violence, this hell will descend mercilessly upon you. Welcome to complete freedom and complete disorder. This is almost like he's trying to control chaos, but also keep it to where even he won't know the exact outcomes of some of these situations and decisions he's making. Even saying that this is the world that Ryan would have wanted, I'm pretty sure she did not want anything like this. And this is just kind of him in his own delusion of making a world like this, because he basically made Japan completely unsafe. And then the aspect of like kids getting involved, teenagers, the old people, he put everybody in danger. He put everybody in the proverbial sniper scope. And I'm going to be curious if there's actually going to be people that are actually down for this. Like, there are going to be citizens that's like, they're riding for this whole new society that Japan's having, and they're for this and they want more of this. Because I'm pretty sure there are still some insane people out there that we don't even know about in Sakamoto days that could be influenced by this. And Sakamoto and Shin and the family are in such like an odd predicament, because how do you combat somebody that is controlling the government and you know exactly where he's at and you can get to him and try to stop him? Meanwhile, your supposed allies, the people that's supposed to be helping you get rid of situations like this, are trying to stop you from doing so. And then how does this affect the jail system that they just got out of? Because what if they going to be giving guns too? Like, that's another thing that I wonder is that's going to be tackled. Because if they do that, then there's no point of a prison for at least a certain amount of time. Because they could just kill people and get out. And we know Club Jam is incarcerated. We don't know about the mad scientist or anything like him. And then who knows? Obviously, I think Slur's going to get some other members. Kanaguri and Kumanomi. I wonder how they feel about it, especially Kumanomi, because she doesn't seem like a character that would be down for this. But I guess if Slur K is into this and this is what you want to do, she's just going to follow willingly. I'm extremely invested in the what Sakamoto Days is playing right now, especially with the new world that is taking place. I feel like sky is the limit as to what can happen, and I'm really interested to see how Slur is going to be moving now. Like, is he going to be even more aggressive with, I guess, containing Takamura to an extent? I don't know. Sakamoto has a lot to learn and figure out. Shin has to get even stronger now. Heisuke has to get way stronger. I feel like the jail almost wasn't enough. There's a lot of chaos going on in Sakamoto Days, so it looks like, the villains have definitely accomplished what they wanted to at the end of the day. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. More Sakamoto Days is definitely coming. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, Kim Jong, yeah, big bone. Wonder bread, man, make your bitch big crumbs.